Hey guys, Nomadas Mark here at IGX. Guess who's standing next to me right now? It's Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make shadow skating animation on Ibispaint X. Let's go!
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog and these are my dark beginnings. This is my diary. I call it the dark beginning.
Alright, let's add a straight line for the ground and start sketching. Draw a circle for the head and draw a shadow space. It's basically the same as Sonic, except he has a serious look and doesn't smile. Add some ears and the quills and his stripes on them. Then draw his body and tail just like Sonic, except he has a chessboard, not a round belly. Okay? Now for the feet, legs or shoes, this is where I use two different colors, red and blue. Red is for the right leg and blue is for the left leg. Why? Because we can tell the difference between right and left leg. I used this formula before with my Sonic running animation in one of my previous Ibispaint tutorials. You can go check it out. So Shadow's legs don't move or spin like Sonic because he doesn't run. He hover skates. There's a difference between running and skating. When you run, your body bounces up and down and your feet touch the ground. Now compare that to skating, there's no bounce. Instead of pounding the ground, you glide over it. So to animate his feet, just make him move like he's rollerblading. For the arms, his arms don't go backwards like Sonic. Since he's skating, we'll animate his arms and they will be colored red and blue as well. The important thing to remember, whichever leg is facing backwards, that arm is gonna go forward. Same thing with the right leg. The right leg is going forward, so the right arm should be going backwards. The way he moves his arms swing side to side. You know, like rollerblading or ice skating. We're gonna animate him in only 8 frames by the way. For the rest, draw his lower noodle limbs. Okay, and draw his upper noodle limbs. Now let's check the animation. Okay, that's good. Once the sketch animation is done, let's draw the outlines. We're gonna make separate body parts for Shadow, so it'll be easier to animate him later. It's gonna be like how I animated Sonic Run and Knuckles Glide Ibispaint animations. Feel free to check them out. Unlike Sonic spines, Shadow spines are similar to Supersonic. No, not the usual Supersonic design, but this one from the Adventure era. Except he has black fur and red stripes on them. You know, Shadow first appeared in Sonic Adventure 2 back in 2001, made for Sonic's 10th anniversary. Sega wanted a rival who matched Sonic's speed and style. Unlike Knuckles, the power-tough rival, Shadow mirrored Sonic's abilities, but with a darker twist. He was created by game director Takashi Iizuka and artist Yuji Uekawa, the same designer behind Sonic's modern redesign. Shadow's world was always meant to be more than just a copycat. He had his own story, personality, and of course, edge. So, what's the difference between Sonic and Shadow? They look similar, but they're nothing alike. Sonic was born fast and free, while Shadow was created as the ultimate life form by Professor Gerald Robotnik. Sonic's all about living fast and does what he thinks is right. He's confident, cocky, and full of heart. Shadow, he's serious, brooding, and often aggressive. His story revolves around loss, identity, and purpose. Both move at insane speeds, but the source is different. Sonic's speed is natural, a gift of his biology, while Shadow relies on his air shoes and chaos control, letting him manipulate time and space using chaos emeralds.
Wow, he's fast! Hey, it's not his speed, he must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp!
They both want to protect the world, but just in completely different ways. So yeah, Sonic's the free spirit who runs toward adventure, and Shadow's the soldier haunted by his past. So who do you like more, Sonic or Shadow? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, looks like the outlines are done. Now let's move on to coloring. For the colors, we're gonna use Shadow's color palette from Shadow's Dark Beginning short animations. You know, Shadow's colors aren't always black and red. His colors were pretty different in his early character design. When Sonic Team first started working on Sonic Adventure 2 around 2000, Shadow wasn't actually called Shadow yet. His early name was Terios, which in Japanese roughly means reflection of. The idea was that Terios would literally be a dark reflection of Sonic, cooler, more mysterious, and kinda intimidating. And this is what he looks. Wait, no, not this one. Yeah, this one. Now, color-wise, this is where things really changed. Shadow has black fur, red stripes around his quills and limbs, red eyes, a patch of white fur on his chest, and a tan muzzle and inner ears. But Terios, he was a black. Early concept art shows him with a dark blue or purplish tone fur and powder blue on his muzzle, belly, and inner ears. He has one red eye and one with a cataract. He also has a goldish scar around his eye. The design, Terios looks a lot like Sonic. His quills went down and has that Nike smirk on his face, just like Sonic. The overall design was just for him to be an evil version of Sonic. Eventually, the team decided to make a character with more tragic, rival-type personality and an iconic look, and that is Shadow the Hedgehog. He wasn't just evil anymore. He had emotions, motives, and that whole backstory with Maria and Space Scouting arc. You know, if you think about it, the whole plot point of how the government, even Amy herself, confusing Sonic and Shadow, leading to Sonic being framed for Shadow's crimes. If Terios' design was used when writing the script for Sonic Adventure 2, it will make a lot more sense since he was originally just an evil dark version of Sonic. I think Shadow's design was changed after the script was finished and hope it still makes sense. By the way, the air shoes?
Air shoes!
Those came in around the same time the developers changed Terios into Shadow. They wanted him to be just as fast as Sonic, but without copying the running animation. So, the air shoes gave him that smooth skating motion we all know. It's crazy to think the Shadow we know today started as literal mirror version of Sonic. Heck, even Terios is a playable character in Sonic X Shadow Generations. The model looks cool, but unfortunately, some people are unhappy with this model. If you're wondering why, well, why don't we take a look on the Oh. Yeah, the quill's design looked more similar to Knuckles instead of Sonic's, when he was supposed to be a reflection of Sonic. I understand that this model was referenced from this art, and I'm not sure why they didn't also use the sketch of Terios' quills in 3/4 angle for reference. Not only that, Terios still uses the same skating animation as Shadow and has the same color of his special effects in the game, which don't match the character's appearance at all. But hey, what do you think of Terios' model in Sonic X Shadow Generations? Do you think it's not bad? Let me know in the comments. Alright, all the body parts have been colored. Let's start animating him. When you animate Shadow skating, it's not like animating Sonic running. You see, when you animate Sonic running, think of momentum. His torso leans forward, arms go back, body bounce up and down, and his legs move pretty fast. Now Shadow is different. He doesn't run, he glides. His air shoes use propulsion, so his movement is smoother, heavier, and a bit floaty. His arms don't go straight back like Sonic, he swings his arms side to side helping him stabilize. And instead of hard foot contact with the ground, his feet slide just above it, leaving that fire spark trail thingy below his shoes. It's basically just roller skating without wheels. This isn't just animation, it's also personality. Sonic runs because he's free-spirited and wild, while Shadow skates because he's locked in. Every motion has purpose. Speaking of skating, Shadow has a lot of different skating animations in games, animated series, and movies, starting with Sonic Adventure 2. I think his first skating animation is pretty cool because he looks like legit roller skating. And when he produced fire from his air shoes, they look kinda more like lights instead of fire. It's like if Shadow had LED lights below his shoes. I think it'd be funny if he actually had those. Maybe he can use his shoe as a flashlight to find his 4th Chaos Emerald. Next, Sonic Heroes. It's not too bad compared to the first one, and Shadow actually produced fire from his shoes when he skates. Okay, that's cool. I think the animation is okay, and I'm sure it gets better in the next game. Next, Shadow the Hedgehog. The skating animation is just the same as Sonic Heroes, but there are some slight differences to the animation. There isn't much change to it though. Sonic X. Okay, for some reason, when he first appeared in the anime, he doesn't skate at first. Instead, he runs like Sonic. It's weird and funny to see Shadow running like Sonic. Did his shoes run out of batteries or something? Also, this kinda proves that Shadow can run as fast as Sonic without his skates. I don't even know how this made it into the series. I think it'd be funnier when Shadow runs with Mr. Krabs walking sound effects. I mean, look at the way his legs move. At least in later episodes, he started skating like he did in the games. And I think the skating animation is nice. Yeah, it's good. Sonic 06. Okay, sir, what happened to you, bro? In my opinion, he looks so stiff and mid. Next, Sonic Riders. Oh yes, I love this one. He looks like he's actually skating, and the way his quills move, oh that's so good. Sonic Rifles. Okay, this looks so weird. Sonic Battle. Hey, that's pretty good. And the fire spark effects are pretty cool as well. I like this one. Sonic Generations. Now that's an improvement. The animation here is pretty dynamic and smooth. I mean, look at him. He has the sauce. Also, this skating animation is used in future games like Sonic Forces and Shadow Generations with some slight differences. And they still look great in my opinion. Sonic Prime. The way he skates is pretty cool and exaggerated here. And I also like the fire trail effect below his shoes. I think that's cool. Sonic Movie 3. There's not much shadow skating in this movie. I think there are like only 3 scenes of shadow skating. I could be wrong, but despite less skating scenes, I think the skating animation here is still pretty well done. I like the shot where he was skating on water while escaping Prison Island. Yes, he also can skate on water, which is pretty sick. By the way, for this skating animation, I take inspirations from Shadow Generations, Sonic Movie 3, and Sonic Riders. Why? Because those are my favorite shadow skating animations. And what's your favorite? Comment down below. Okay, we're finally done. Let's play the animation. That's great! But if you want to make it better, let's animate the fire effects below Shadow's shoes. While we animate the fire effects, let's talk about Shadow's rocket shoes.
They're air shoes.
Oh right, air shoes. My bad, Shadow. So how do they actually work? The air shoes are often described as using gravity control technology and jet propulsion. In other words, they lift Shadow slightly above the ground and propel him forward at extreme speeds. Think of them like anti-gravity rollerblades fused with rocket engines. Instead of pushing off the ground with his legs, Shadow's shoes generate thrust directly. That's why he doesn't run like Sonic. He skates. And the fire spark trail energy you see under his shoes? That's the propulsion exhaust. It's literally the shoes burning off energy as they stabilize his speed and let him glide smoothly over surfaces. Some sources even suggest the shoes are powered by artificial chaos energy, which ties into Shadow's own ability to harness chaos control. So it's not just jets, it's advanced tech mixed with raw chaos science. Speaking of Shadow's air shoes, you probably know that his shoes are made by his creator, Gerald Robotnik. But have you ever wondered who designed them? So as of the release of Sonic X Shadow Generations, the game comes with a booklet that is Gerald Robotnik's research notes during Shadow's creation. There is an entire page with an artwork of the air shoes stating that Maria actually helped design and come up with the idea for them before Shadow was ever woken for the first time. You know, before the idea of Maria designing Shadow's air shoes became canon in the Sonic game lore, this fan short film called Project Shadow also showed that Maria was the one who designed Shadow's air shoes. And that film released in 2023, a year before Sonic X Shadow Generations. Do you think Sega and Sonic team watched the film and made that part canon, or is it just
Coincidence? I think not!
Alright, we're finally done. Save the animation, and here's the final result. If you find this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, keep creating, and have fun!